All right, it is the Gateway to Innovation Conference here in town at the Hyatt Regency in downtown St. Louis. One of the speakers is the former editor-in-chief of CIO Magazine, Abby Lundberg. Abby, welcome to Big 550 KTRS, and you're joining us via Skype. Good morning.
Good morning.
What are you going to talk about today?
I'm talking about the real urgent need for change right now and how recent trends in technology are putting a lot of pressure on businesses to innovate. So we're going to be talking about innovation and change. And when a lot of times when people talk about this sort of innovation imperative and you talk about company survival, it seems like hype. But last night at the reception, I had the opportunity to hear Edward Monser from Emerson talking. And he was talking about how Emerson is 135 years old. And that may not seem that remarkable, but I heard a statistic recently that in my lifetime, in a little more than my lifetime, 86% or 87% of the companies that had been on the Fortune 500 are no longer there. So there's a tremendous need to innovate in order to keep your company healthy and survive. And so that's what we're going to be talking about today.
It's a really interesting topic. Each and every day, everyone in business, even our own business, walks into the corner office and says, have you seen this? Have you seen that? And if you're not thinking about the future, you're not thinking about the present. And what's business today looks very different tomorrow. And if you're not investing today, you have no chance to survive.
That's right. And the way the change is happening is really different because of technology. It's so interwoven into all aspects of businesses that, companies used to be able to work in functional silos. But today, it's got to be all hands on deck. Innovation's a team sport. It's really about, the executive team working together. It's about reaching outside of your company and talking to customers and crowdsourcing and using social tools to really understand what's going on. It's a really exciting time, actually.
It is an exciting time, and there's really not a business and not a sector that's not affected by the phone that we talk on. For instance, you and me are talking on the radio, but we're also talking on TV. We're a TV station without ever owning a TV station, and that's just radio. You look at the taxi cab commission upset with Lyft coming to town because now you don't need a taxi company to run a taxi company. Talk about destruction in the workforce. This is unparalleled. We've never seen anything like this in the history of mankind.
That's right. And one of the things that Edward Monser said last night is that any product you make can be commoditized. And so you can't just focus on developing a great product. It has to be the next product after that and the next one after that. And as you said, with the kinds of tools that are available today, companies that have invested a ton of money in things like TV stations can get disintermediated by upstarts because these tools are so cheap and easy, and customers' expectations are shifting about what kind of quality that they need in terms of, maybe Skype isn't as great as a high definition TV, but for some things it's good enough.
So what do you do then for the future? What do business owners, big and small, need to do to prepare for the future?
Well, they have to make a real commitment to innovation, first of all, and that takes a lot of things. And it doesn't have to take a ton of money. That's the thing that's, a lot of companies are really finding out is they can do things in a way that is fast and cheap. And a lot of it has to do with just experimenting, finding out, so really listening to customers and then just running quick experiments around trying different things rather than investing a ton up front on something that may not pan out. I know a company that they do these, they call them innovation challenges, where they bring together, it's a cross-functional team that they put together from members of the company. So there's somebody from marketing, there's somebody from operation, there's somebody from IT, and they even bring in customers for these. They bring them together for 4 or 5 days to solve a specific problem. And of the 9 challenges that they've run so far, 3 have turned into viable commercial opportunities for them.
It's almost like smaller companies have the advantage over bigger companies.
In some ways, that's true. If you have a lot of investment sunk into an infrastructure that is being made irrelevant, that's a tough thing to do. Changing a big established company is hard. It's not impossible, but it's hard.
Yeah, I was in a meeting recently, and somebody said big companies take advantage of their largeness. Small companies need to take advantage of their smallness.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So today, 11 o'clock at the Hyatt Regency, you will be talking at the Gateway 2 Innovation Conference. What are your thoughts about St. Louis as you come in, you look, you see? They're talking about St. Louis being a tech hub. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, and the Gateway to Innovation Conference is gaining national recognition. I mean, I've heard about it from other sources as well. And I didn't know a lot about what else was going on here besides the fact that you've got some tremendous companies here doing really great things on the technology front. But the fact that you have I-10, an innovation kind of incubator, that's a really awesome thing because companies need places. The future is in startups, and there needs to be a way to foster that. So St. Louis appears to be investing in innovation and supporting it and fostering it, and has a good foundation to grow that.
I would think as a business or somebody who has some business acumen who wants to start a tech business or a fruit stand or whatever else, you look at Silicon Valley and the prices are so exorbitant, it's not cost effective to start in Silicon Valley. Why not start your company here in St. Louis, or even why pay exorbitant rent in New York City? You don't need all those people in New York City. Ship them to St. Louis and do all the back office work here. It's just cheaper.
Right. And in terms of sort of startups and innovation, what you have to have, the pieces that you have to have together, you have to have some core of technology to attract those people, and because they may come here for one job, but they need to know that there's opportunity for their next job as well. But also it's a commitment on the part of the community to invest in that, and to foster education as well. So is there a pool of talented young people that these companies can tap into, and it seems that St. Louis has that.
Abby Lundberg, former CEO, former editor and chief of CIO Magazine. You're speaking today, 11 o'clock at the Hyatt Regency downtown, all part of the Gateway 2 Innovation Conference going on here in St. Louis. I'm glad we're talking digital, and I'm glad our Skype worked perfectly today.
Great. Well, thanks for having me.
You got it. Have a good day. Enjoy St. Louis. 7:30 here on the Big 550 KTR.